And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Second and 5 now. Goff, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Goff going up top for Kupp. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Fletcher Cox drops him for a loss of 12. And it also brings up 4th down. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. You think back to the Super. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Eagles have recovered. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They are going for it. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. Throwing on first is Wentz.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Wentz going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Here comes the offense for Los Angeles as they get ready for this next possession. You think about the season that they had, certainly not the first team to go from a Super Bowl appearance to missing the playoffs, but 9-7, not quite good enough to get back in 2019. This offense certainly not as dynamic as it was the past few years. So is there any part of you that says maybe the window has closed on the Rams team, or is that too harsh?
I think it's a little bit too harsh. I don't think the window is closed, but the window's a little foggy right now. Needs a little cleaning. What I mean...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Brandon Cooks, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They try right side here. Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Goff now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Aaron Donald with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing his Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That score is now the game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He can't bring him down. To begin their next drive, the Rams offense. Yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it on for his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust. And
it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, Jeffrey with a catch left side. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. On 2nd and 10, gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With him leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses.
Oh, wide open, complete. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 42 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. No offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off play action. Here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. Going up top for Kupp. And got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here we go. So we've reached halftime here in the So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. With a never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it.
Complete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Wentz will try again on second down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check. Right. 64. Weak. No.
From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 57 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Goff now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down. On first down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aaron Donald, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he finds Howard complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now Wentz again. That's caught by Howard. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
these guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aaron Donald in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Back to throw, Goff. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in touchdown city.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11. Now Wentz. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that, Jeff?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on second and 16. Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston. Now this one. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. To throw is gone. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, fourth quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, That's going to be an interesting one because he's going to have to offer an explanation for this one. And how about the defense? They had to look across the field and go, that's the ultimate disrespect, isn't it?
Yep. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Wentz. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clay, a brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.